Hello students. So as you are observing on the screen, it is written over there temperature and its measurement. As I discussed in many videos, again I am discussing on this video that this part is there is a reflection of a tube light placed just in front of the board. So please avoid this one. I am also avoiding to write anything on this area. So let's start. Today's topic is temperature and its measurement. In this case, we are going to discuss about how we measure the temperature, what is temperature, and why it is required to for measurement and how we measure this one. By all these things we discuss under this heading. So let's start. As we know that heat energy always flow from higher level to lower level, means if there is any hot body and there is any cold body, both the bodies, what is the meaning of hot body and cold body? Hot body means having high temperature, high amount of heat energy. Hot means what? High amount of heat energy. High amount of heat energy. Clear? Sorry, again it's a amount. High amount of heat energy, and cold means less amount of heat energy. Hope this thing is clear. Now if hot amount of cold body come hot hot body come in contact with cold body, come in contact must be must be physical. It may be direct, may be indirect, but there is a physical contact between them. So what happened? High amount of heat energy start to flow to less amount of heat energy to maintain the equilibrium for complete body. What does it means complete body? Suppose I am discussing over there. Suppose this is your H, hot body. This is your C, cold body. There is no contact in between them. So when we make some contact. Suppose it's direct contact. Clear? Hot body and cold body. Now in this condition, this is a complete one body because there is a contact. There is no gap. So to maintain the temperature of the body at equilibrium, high amount of heat energy start to flow to cold amount, means less amount of heat energy part, so that they made an equal amount of temperature. That this is known as flow of heat current. And while doing this one, if our body, now come to the human beings, if we are touching the hot body, what we feel degree of hotness, and if we touch the cold body, we feel degree of coldness. And this degree of hotness and coldness is measured by some applications, and that degree of hotness and coldness is known as come under the heading of temperature. So what is temperature? Temperature is a degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Degree of hotness and coldness of a body is known as your temperature. Degree of hotness or coldness is known as your temperature. So all these things come under the temperature. And we use thermometer, a device named thermometer, for measurement temperature of a body. We use thermometer. We use a device thermometer As I told you that I am not going to write over there, but still I am writing on that place. It's a thermometer. It is a device which is used for measurement of temperature, and this device was invented by Galileo in 1593 AD. 1593 AD. What? And that is a different part of story that you must read from other channel or other part source of discussion. But here thermometer was invented at 1593 AD by renowned scientist or observer, whatever, inventor Galileo. Clear? Now nowadays we have different types of thermometer. They are using high techniques that we discuss in some other videos. So a device used for measuring temperature at different object is called thermometer. Thermometer may be direct contact, may be indirect contact, not contact. Not contact thermometer are known as your infrared thermometers. Now, what is thermometer? In case of thermometer, there is a tube, a transparent tube, say glass tube over here. In this glass tube, the one end is sealed, making the bulb. Anything that closed and curved shape. Likewise, this is a bulb. In this bulb, we fill some mercury up to a level. Clear? And there is a fine bore, means capillary part over here, very fine. Likewise, na? This is known as your fine bore is there, means inside the solid, this complete tube is, this is perfectly solid, and inside that there is a bore. This fine bore is known as your capillary tube. This one is known as your capillary tube. Okay, this is your capillary tube, and this bulb is filled with some thermometric liquid. Here we are using mercury, but it is known as your thermometric. Sorry, my spelling is wrong. It's a thermometric liquid. Generally, we are using mercury, thermometric liquid, and this bulb is in contact with that bore, capillary tube. Upper end also sealed. Now, this thick glass is known as your stem. This thick glass part is known as your stem, and there are some mark over here, some graduations, means there are some equal mark over here. They are known as your degree. They are known as your degree. Clear? Graduations known as your degrees. This is a construction of thermometer. In this thermometer there are 2 points, 2 basic points. This one at the nearest end of the bulb and at the nearest on sail end. This one is known as your lower standard point. And this one is known as your upper standard point. Sorry student, points, because I am again writing over here. Extremely sorry. Upper standard point. Clear? So this is the simple construction. It's a simple construction of thermometer, and we are implementing some corrections so that we can use the measurement of temperature of our desired condition. So that we discuss on higher classes. Now, our next point of discussion is this one. It's a upper standard point and lower standard point. As we discussed, this bulb is filled with thermometric liquid. This liquid is generally we are using mercury as a thermometric liquid. This is your fine bore known as your capillary tube. This fine bore is covered with some thick glass chamber or jacket, whatever you say. This is known as your stem, not steam. And there are some marks known as your graduations or degrees. And there is a lower standard point and upper standard point. So we are going to discuss about what are lower standard point and upper standard point. Lower standard points or lower fixed point. This is a temperature. This lower standard point is a temperature of melting ice. Means it's a 0 degree centigrade temperature. But we are not going to give the measurement of the temperature in any unit. This is the point where this point is obtained when we dip this thermometer at melting ice and record the level of mercury in the capillary tube. And if this reach up to this place, this is your lower standard point. Then what we do? We keep this thermometer in boiling water, hot boiling water. We keep the thermometer in water and pure water and start to boil that one. When water start to boil, we find the measurement, and suppose this is your rise of mercury, then this is marked as a upper standard point. Generally it's 100 degrees centigrade in Celsius, but this is your upper standard point. This is the temperature of boiling water. This is your lower standard point, temperature of melting ice. Hope these things are clear to you.